Right, we are live here tonight, and we are 14 minutes away from the Vinegar Syndrome grand announcement. I did want to make a video once, after it was announced. So I got my trusty phone here, and I've got it queued up to the Vinegar Syndrome website. So what we're going to do is we are going to be here for when Vinegar Syndrome makes that announcement. Now, already we're seeing some stuff pop up on the Vinegar Syndrome website that wasn't there a minute or two ago. There is a Cranial Vision Cyclops limited edition screen print and a Celluloid Odyssey limited edition screen print showing up on the website right now, like that just popped up literally like a few seconds ago. This should be pretty cool, pretty epic. Hey Kathy, not yet. Hey Logan, hey Andy. The news is on its way. I wanted to be here to give my reaction and talk about it live. So we are looking at this tonight. Within 13 minutes, guys, Vinegar Syndrome is going to announce their big box set, their big October package. It is in 10 minutes. We've got the 4-disc, 4-film horror Blu-ray box set. Yep, Michelle. Dennis, welcome. Yeah, hey Boredom. Yeah, Boredom actually has an idea on what he thinks it might be. Does anybody want to give their final guesses right now? That's what I'm here for. Actually, I want people to give their guesses before it starts. Logan, you haven't catch it. Yeah. Hey, PlayStation 9. Hey, Hammers. Yeah, this is supposed to be a huge deal for Vinegar Syndrome. It is a 4-disc, 4-movie announcement, like a box set announcement. 4K restorations. It's a horror box set. Their very first ever done horror box set. It's supposed to have some serious pedigree behind it. They're also announcing other films tonight too. So their October package is dropping tonight. They say at 12 to 12:01. So I am already like refreshing the page just to make sure that we know we got it right away when it happens. So already they've put a couple things on there. Hudson Hawk. I don't think we're getting Hudson Hawk too. So there is a Cranial Vision Cyclops limited edition screen print and a Celluloid Odyssey limited edition screen print. Everybody has been excited about it, Logan. I can't believe you don't know this one. You usually know. You're usually ahead of me. Yeah. Everybody could start whistling if it was Hudson Hawk, right? But now this is a horror related edition. So we're looking at, we know that Unmasked Part 25 is going to be announced. That's the one thing we know. Honors Palms, like satirical film. Hey Corey. It'd be cool if you did, because Hudson Hawk would actually make a really good like one right next to my Remo Williams. So I'd buy that. And we are down to 10 minutes, guys. 10 minutes before the announcement happens. Yeah, you think it's going to be Children of the Corn. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, obviously in the UK, Children of the Corn box set parts 1, 2, and 3 were put out by 88 Films, with actually with a really decent feature on there from the producer of the films. Now, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We got some pedigree. My kids would be like, they would flip. I'll see Runaway release sometime. Runaway is a fantastic film. Do you think it's going to be Prom Night too? Like Prom Night, here's the thing. It can't be Silent Dead Night 1 to 4. And the reason for that, unfortunately, is, well, not unfortunately, because they put out good editions. Scream Factory put out parts 1 and 2. Oh, my kitty's meowing. Can you hear him? I would love to have Prom Nights like the 4, but right now part 1 is, as far as I know, is with is with synapse. But 2, 3, and 4 are there. But what would be the fourth one? See, that's the thing. We know that this is a 4-disc edition. There's 4 movies, four new 4K restored movies that are coming out. They're going to be announced in the next 10 minutes. There's also another 4K restoration that's going to be announced as well. That's supposed to be a pretty big one. Do you think the site's going to break, guys? I mean, people have been talking about this for over a month now. Ever since they started like putting out like the things that we're gonna have a box set, and then when Vinegar Syndrome like started to show like the box with just the white case. That's there right now. You have connections for that? I'm totally excited. Could be a Camp Blood box set. Oh man, that would be super disappointing, actually. Hey, Danuch, how's it going? We are getting ready for the Vinegar Syndrome thing. I really don't. I mean, I thought I cracked it with the Tim Ritter thing, but then there's a 5th Tim Ritter movie that came out. So, obviously that's not it. I'm kind of glad, but, you know, for a movie director set. I thought about that too. Some people have said like Peter Jackson, something like that. Yeah, that's the thing. Aren't you more excited and anticipating like releases to come in now in physical media than you were like 5 or 10 years ago? When you really think about it, like regular stuff was coming out at that point, and now we're getting all these like limited edition sets. Yeah, that. So I'm guessing that they put out these here 2 limited edition screen prints like right now to kind of like test it, you know, the site before they actually put the stuff on there. Michelle, Tim Ritter is a regional horror director that made a series of films called Truth or Dare. Started in the 90s, I think, and they were pretty much just like really low budget regional kind of gore fest type of things. I remember seeing the first one when I was younger, not like younger, but like, you know, in my late teens, early 20s, and it kind of like I was kind of amazed it was a film, and then it kind of blew me away that they actually made sequels to it. Has been nominated at some point, yeah, right. And the only person that I can think of with Tim Ritter is like that will be AJ McLean, right, the guy from Backstreet Boys. He was in the first one. Carnosaur, I would love Carnosaur, but hey, Vinny. But the problem with Carnosaur, oh, did he really? Is that we're talking about something that's owned. It's Roger Corman. Carnosaur is Roger Corman, and Shout Factory bought the Roger Corman library a while back. Remember, because he had that like big deal about it on because the kids of Roger Corman. Critters has already been put out by Scream Factory. Like I thought Ghoulies, and I'm not quite sure who owns Ghoulies though. And that's probably Lionsgate too, to be honest with you. It could be the case of a box set that is maybe themed as well. We've seen the American Horror. Hey, Cinematech. We've seen the American Horror. Yeah, that's right, 1 and 2. Thanks, Dennis. Was put out. We know the announcement is going to come in around, let me find out here for you, 6 minutes, 5 to 6 minutes. We're going to know it's going to announce. But they said just keep refreshing. It might come a minute early. Themed is the best case scenario depending on what it is. Hey, Jesse, welcome. Vinegar Syndrome time. It's actor themed? I don't know. That would be different. I mean, usually when I think of actor themed sets, I think of those, you know, those kind of inexpensive sets you find there, like, you know, the Michael Douglas set or the Michelle Pfeiffer set and stuff like that. Because, you know, usually when you think of an actor themed set, it's like one of those like mainstream thing releases. Either big disappointment or overwhelming joy. Well, they said, what was it that Brad said? Going to melt our faces off. Fright Night 1 and 2, the remake and Fright Night Part 2. If it was Fright Night Part 2, dude, you know how many people would be freaked out? what would you have in the Cameron Mitchell set? I mean, I could see the Demon being there, obvious choice, but with a 4K restoration, which is actually isn't a bad movie. But what would you put in that set? It would be nice to see if they found like maybe a new partner. I don't want to. I just please don't be Trauma. I'm sorry, guys. Please don't be Toxic Avenger. I'll cry. I'll cry, Toxic Avenger. Scanners. Scanners is owned by Criterion and Scream Factory, who put it parts 2 and 3. I had to actually buy. You're going all in. You go on Toxic Avenger. See, that's not horror. I will be very disappointed if Toxic Avenger is there, because then that's a cheat. Any other month that they put a Toxic Avenger is okay, but not for October month, man. Not for October month. And we're down to 3 minutes. 3 minutes till the announcement. Forgotten 80s Slasher Collection. Cinematic, that's my jam. That I would be so in with that. What I know right now, Unmasked 25, we know that for sure. We know that there's a 4-disc box set coming out with 4 films in it, all 4K restorations. We know there's another film that they have announced yet, which also is a 4K restoration. And we know that there is a slasher film with camping involved that you know what I would love? I would love if it was Mirror Mirror, because I would be down with that, and I would buy that set, and that would, we know who would get pissed if it was Mirror Mirror, don't we? Because they put out 4 films too, right? You know what I would buy? Did the Boogeyman, the Uli Lemo films, right? A lot of people are hoping it's Peter Jackson Dead Alive. I'm on the fence about that one, actually. Yeah, well, I'll be doing a video for November as well. But I want to thank everybody that Willie's could be. Some people think the Spookies too. And I think 13 Wolfman was here last night, and he said one too, which actually seemed like a good one. No, if it's never been on, like, the thing is, Camp Blood has already been on DVD, so we know like that Camp one can't be Camp Blood. Hey, Rich. So we have to. Okay, it's 12:59. According to my time, like my time might be off by a minute or so. I got my watch upstairs. I actually forgot to bring it down, which I should be wearing because my watch is a Fitbit. Halloween Town 1 to 4. I have people that would buy that. It totally is a drum roll because. Okay. And it's not up yet. No, it's not 12 p.m. It's supposed to be 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That would screw up my video if it was 12 p.m., guys. So let's go to their Twitter as well. I'm going to go to there. I actually put out a tweet earlier on. That's the thing, we don't know. It's a killer that most of the time, Logan, this leaks. Most of the time, this stuff here is like is leaking like crazy. But 12:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm gonna go back to the thing because it should be up there by now. Oh, it's not up there yet. We're still waiting. I apologize. It should be up here. I'm going to keep refreshing until it actually shows up. Because we're now at 1:01, which is the time that the setup was going to be announced. So it should be announcing any second now. And if anybody sees the announcement pop up before... Oh, we got it. Here we go, guys. It is the Amityville Cursed Collection. So the person that said Amityville early on was completely right. We've got Unmasked Part 25, Beyond the Door 3, Berserker is somebody actually guessed that on my video the other day, and the Amityville Curse Collection. So let's see which ones they include in the Amityville Curse Collection. I'm actually a big fan of Amityville. And I got 1 to 3, so I definitely don't want that. It's 4,000. So we got The Evil Escapes. It's About Time. I love these. This is pretty awesome, actually. I think so. Yeah, Tony Randall directed. Well, some of them might be TV. A New Generation. And one of my favorites, Dollhouse. Michelle doesn't look to be happy about this. So we're looking at $120 American for the complete package. The Amityville Curse collection is $59.99. The packaging looks amazing. Not quite sure. I still haven't decided whether this is gonna supersede what I wanted before. Now, Berserker, I don't remember Berserker. I don't know if I've seen this one. It's got Buck Flowers on it, which is always cool. George Buck Flowers. But it's directed by Jefferson Richardson, who apparently worked on Maniac Cop. So are people, what's the overall general like consensus here? Are we happy about the Amityville? Are we disappointed a bit? Amityville Dollhouse is one of the ones I kind of liked, but yeah, because of its badness. Like, not because it was a good film, because it was super cheesily bad. I don't see like the features stuff on, more features on Unmasked. Beyond the Door 3, I'm probably the only person excited about that one. It's a bit, see, they did this whole series of like Amityville ones where it's not like the house that's haunted, but it's like it's things from the house. Like one of them, it's About Time. It's about a haunted clock. Another one, it's the dollhouse. So we got, yeah, I'm kind of excited about Beyond the Door 3. Am I the only person excited about Beyond the Door 3? Because, you know, it's a Bo Svensson film. I'm a big Bo Svensson fan. I know he's in this one. He's got to be in this one. A lot of people thought it was going to be Iced because, you know, it's by the person that did Iced. September package still reigns supreme. I mean, it's a nice looking set. And it's the first thing they ever did, like, horror-wise. I'm not sure whose hand is modeling. Probably one of the guys. But there are 4,000 like Amityville Cursed collection box sets. I'm trying to see which ones I remember. But I think they came on TV here, and I think they may have gotten like some European releases, maybe like in theater. I know the first one is Patty Duke because I actually have that one over here somewhere. See, Bo Svensson interview. I like Bo Svensson a lot, actually. I really do. So we're looking at the. I can't remember the Evil Escapes that well. I know I got it here too. So we got. See, Jack Frost 2 might still happen. It's just I think that will probably happen in November or December. It's, you know, it'll line up more for that. New Generation, I don't remember at all. That's the Mirror one, I think. That's the one about the mirror, right? Berserker's one that I don't remember Berserker actually. But I remember Dollhouse being a lot of fun. It could be just me, but I remember Dollhouse being like a lot of fun. It was a hard one for me to track down, and I don't think I got it anymore actually. Berserker's an odd one. So Berserker's got 2,000 units. Supposedly the result of a bear, the campers are undeterred and decide to spend the night outdoors getting drunk and sharing stories of berserkers, ruthless, violent Viking warriors who wore bearskins and snouts. Is it actually a bear or perhaps a real-life berserker who has somehow been transported to the 20th century? Okay, I have never seen Berserker. As Warlock just said, everything else is 2,000 units. Unmasked is probably the most known film out of all of them. The only one likes the remake of what? Amityville? Actually, I like the remake of Amityville, if that's what you're talking about. It does look like a really cool set. I mean, we can't fault them on that. They didn't. And at the end of the day, the people that overhype this, it's us, not them. They just, they just let us like kind of. But yeah, I really did actually like the remake of Amityville. I actually thought Ron Reynolds was really, really good in that film. The packaging on it looks incredible. Super than puppets coming. I enjoyed the sequels. I mean, you have to understand that the sequels were done more like were televised films. I'm trying to see. I think I got one of them here somewhere. If I can find it now, give you an idea. Unmasked. Unmasked 25 is a kind of a satirical horror film. It is actually European. It was done by Anders Palm, and back in the day when I was young, and you were probably like a toddler, the movie was really being heavily promoted, like with Fangoria and Gore Zone and things like that. One of the titles for Unmasked 25 actually was Sex Bomb, and basically you got this guy named Jackson who's kind of a Jason-like character. He's in a lot of these kind of like Friday the 13th style films, and and he meets this girl, this sex bomb. That's in one of his films, and he kind of falls for her, and things happen. It's been a while since I've seen it, so that's kind of the gist of it. That's what I remember. But I remember him having like a really kind of a hulking presence, and like the makeup was done pretty good, as far as back then for sure. If you've ever seen the poster, you can look up. There's posters of it, and he has this kind of like bandage wrapped around him, and kind of like these metal teeth type thing. It says Unmasked Part 25. There is aspects of it that are kind of making fun of, a little bit satirical with the Friday 13th films. That's I'm sorry if I can't. I think there's a Peter Jackson set. Hey Trini, there's a Peter Jackson set coming out, but I think that Peter Jackson himself might actually end up putting that out. Their packaging is some of the best packaging out there. What's everybody? Yeah, that's a good question. What's everybody's favorite title of this announcement? For me, I don't know. I mean, I kind of love the Amityville collection. I'm not quite sure. Peter Jackson did say a while that he was working on the films, so what that means and when they're coming out, I'm not. He's a bit of a perfectionist. So that could be years down the road, for all we know. But it's pretty amazing. For me, I guess the Amityville set is kind of up between Amityville set and Beyond the Door 3. I don't know Berserker. It sounds unusual. Oh, Dennis, thanks for coming in, by the way, and thank you so much. You have an awesome night there. We'll talk about it tomorrow, by the way. I'm going to do some research on that. Tonight was tonight to get together and and look at the announcement live as it was being done. Has anybody already pre-ordered it, or are you going to pre-order the bundle? Are you thinking about pre-ordering like one or two of the releases? I am a mark for the Vinegar Cinema October package. I don't know, Jesse, and I will tell you why. Because I have a kind of like an idea for my October 31 Days Horror, and before I made the final decision, before I checked that final box, I had to know what Vinegar Syndrome was putting out. So I'm not quite sure. I really do have to look into it. I have one of the Amityville ones here on DVD, and I'm actually going to show it to you guys before I go off here. Free shipping to Canada, is it really? Because I thought they said free shipping wasn't going to happen on Friday 13th this year. Do we say it differently? Okay, go for it. Pre-order. There's a few that I'm really looking towards. Give me a second. I'm going to check something. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. Decide what your favorite release is. I want to know that when I come back. All right. So, 35? So, this is the original DVD release of Amityville 4, The Evil Escapes. You can see it as Patty Duke, Norman Lloyd, and Jane Wyatt. Yeah, this was a pretty crap release, actually. It was Fremantle. So you can even see the So you got to remember, these here have all got 4K restorations. So that's definitely like something to look into. It does look interesting. I mean, these were the 4 that were done, I think, originally for television. If I'm correct, am I right? Like, does anybody here know for sure? I'm pretty sure these were originally done for television because they did these like kind of movies. Morning, Scudder. God, my voice. I got a big cup of tea here because I didn't want. Notice the big cup of tea I got? So that was. See if I missed anything. They are super cheese. I mean, a couple people guessed the Amityville horror box set, but nobody. I'd like to know who guessed it. Vinegar. Could it be the September titles are more solid? Actually, I'm not going to lie to you. Maybe. As films. There's a couple films there that kind of get me interested. Unmasked 25 gets me interested. The Beyond the Door 3 gets me interested. I'm kind of interested in the Amityville set. I don't know if it's something that's the thing. I think, Warlock, the fact is that we've gotten so many like weird, obscure, kind of unique, odd titles from Vinegar Syndrome that automatically, if somebody says, it's a Vinegar Syndrome coming out with a box set, horror set, we go to the fringe. We don't think mainstream. We don't think like okay, this can be like a Friday the 13th, or this can be an Amityville, or this could be, I don't know, somebody wanted it to be Angel. And I'm not going to lie to you. At this point, I might have preferred the Angel set over Timmy Dallas. What, the Halloween edition? It is. I mean, like, we got to think of it that way. This could open up different like avenues for them. Hey, B Movie Archives, are you excited? Oh, dude, Logan, I'm hoping that there's another box set, by the way, just so in case you don't know, Logan, coming in November that we don't know. So this is going to happen all over again. And now we know that they can get stuff like Amityville. And this, to be fair, to be completely fair with Vinegar Syndrome, these were not easy. These, even on DVD, these were not easy finds for me. And I've only got this one. I couldn't find the other ones. I've been looking for dollars for ages. So it is definitely going to be unique. I got this one at a Blockbuster. That's how hard to find this social media. I got this one at Blockbuster. I've actually got this one taken out of its case now and put into like one of those, because I'm taking stuff over to Morocco. So you can see, empty. The Blockbuster logo right there. People expect more obscure from Vinegar Syndrome, but now we know they're becoming bigger. Their sales are becoming bigger. Their titles. Me too. Like Logan. At the end of the day, I wanted this set to sell like crazy, because more sales means more restorations, more different films. Hey, Shadow, welcome. More properties that they can go for. And let's get one thing clear. When it comes to Vinegar Syndrome, they go all in when it comes to doing their editions. Their editions are incredible. The cases that they use, the box set, this box set looks to be like a nice, solid, sturdy box set. And now I got to make a decision because there was something I was going to get from Severin. I am going to get something from Severin, but there's something else I was going to get from Severin, and I'm going to have to make a choice on which one to get. And that's going to be a hard choice. It's going to be a very hard choice. Because as I see it right now, like, let's take Scream Factory and like Arrow, because they're doing their thing. The ones see, I've been having a problem with demonetization recently on some of my videos. By the way, for the people that took part of my Patreon, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That does mean a lot to me. And that helps me in getting stuff like this because nobody sends me jack. But the choice right now, I can let you know, is, and it's probably going to go towards the one because my better half wants it. There is a Filipino box set, a horror box set from Severin Films called Hemisphere of Horrors. And it has a lot of Eddie Ramiro stuff on it. And it would take up a week of, around a week to 3 or 4 days, depending on how I do the videos, of like 31 days horror watching. It's a set that I'm really interested in. It's got a Christopher Lee film in it. It's very low in the amount that's left. And there's that against this one right here. Either way, I'm gonna have to make a decision and buy really soon. So that's that's the two that we're gonna be looking at there. So let's go over here. I want to show you something. Yeah, I know. If you're going, Warlock, you better say hi for me and let them know who I am. Okay. So for anybody that doesn't, where's it at? Have it yet? This is the, almost like dominoes there. This is the original Scream Factory Amityville horror box set. This has 1 to 3. So these are the first 3. Third one's in 3D, real 3D, so you need to have 3D TV for it. The set that's coming up for Vinegar Syndrome picks up where this set left off. So right after number 3, they did the 3 theater films, then they did 4, 5, 6, and 7, which were all movies that were done in TV. With some serious pedigree behind them. So they weren't wrong with that. Hey, Kyle Nicole. So this is, obviously you can see what the box set was like. It was not exactly the most sturdy box set that was put out. The third one was your favorite? You're just like Lori Loughlin. The second one's my favorite actually because it got that kind of really odd feel to it. Vinegar Syndrome. Let's look at some of the stuff that they actually do put out. This is a recent VSA title. It's a Savage Harbor, and as you can see, it's pretty solid. I can assume that the box set is going to be pretty cool. What is the 5th movie? I can't remember what the other Amityville film is, but these are the cursed ones. Brother and Sisters number 2. That's the one with Burt Young from. Their slips are really sturdy. With their really early stuff, like The Undertaker was a little bit tight, kind of like snug. The second one has Burt Young from guy from Rocky. He's the dad in that one. He only has, I'm not disappointed in you, Michelle. You're awesome, man. Yeah, and it's got it was done by a European, Italian, I think Italian director, so it has that kind of feel to it. Which one are you really excited about? I keep missing that comment. I'm like, phone's over there, damn it. Hold on a second. The second one's your favorite? The Amityville Curse is part 5. Well, for Amityville, we're looking at There's, what's it called? Oh, wait a minute. Are you talking about like the theater film? Like, forget the theater films. This is the this this is a series, like this is a cursed collection. So what we're looking at right now are the cursed object films. So as far as I know, there's only 4 cursed object films. I think I got that correct. Yeah, so we're looking at 4 cursed object films right now. 23 Amityville. Yeah, there's a lot of Amityville films. Some of them aren't exactly legit. There are kind of like knockout films. There's even one done about the actual murders that happened in the Amityville house. Berserker's an odd one. Is it really 23 though? Berserker is, I don't know anything about Berserker. I've never seen it. The idea of like a Viking in modern day times, it does kind of reek of Don't Go in the Woods Alone. To be totally honest with you. Because if you've ever seen the movie Don't Go in the Woods Alone, that's kind of what the killer looks like. He's got this kind of like this mountain man, kind of like wearing this furs and stuff type of look to him, that he seems nigh invincible except for pointy sticks. Pointy sticks are definitely his weakness, because that's what spoiler alert for a movie that came out in the early 80s. Okay, so Evil Escapes is part 4. That it's about times 6. So all right, let me just see. It's direct to video. That's probably why. So we'll get Evil Escapes, About Time, A New Generation, and Dollhouse. Don't Go in the Woods Alone. It's awesome, isn't it? It is such a bad movie, but you can't stop watching it. And you can't believe, one, the acting choices made in the film, some of the scripting and stuff. Grade Z. See? I hope that I was helpful in making your tradition to Grade Z love a thing. It's hard, guys. I got to choose between Severin and Vinegar Syndrome this year. It's really hard. These are some good releases. Unmasked Part 25 is the one that I've been wanting for a long time. That's the one that they announced. And I'm really surprised that that's the one that they announced. I'm guessing it leaked. Because Unmasked Part 25, if anybody that collects horror magazines, if you're around my age, or if you collected older horror magazines type thing, you're not as ancient as me. Unmasked Part 25 was a big deal back in the day. Like, it was a really big deal. They made like a huge deal about it. Fangoria made a huge deal about it. Gore Zone, like, showed it a lot. I think this is all, right? Like, there's no more, like, announcements being made. Well, for me, PlayStation 9, the thing is, I want a good 31 Days of Horror. For anybody that doesn't know, I dipped my toe into the Patreon waters tonight, and I actually started up one of those. So I'll be working that out and reward stuff and all that type of stuff in the near future. So that was scary. That doesn't change anything on my channel, though. Everything on my channel, all the videos are staying. It's exactly the same way they are. It's free to view videos, all that's nothing, none of that changes. $120 for 8 films. That is a reasonable price. Ah, there you go. That's the rub. It's from a different company. That being said, who were those 4 from? Who are those? What 4 was that? Because I haven't had the chance. Obviously, we did this live, so I haven't had the chance to research any of this yet. So those 4 movies came from a company. What company did they come from? And does that mean there could be something else from that company that might be in a deal that we don't know about yet? There is another box set coming in November that we don't know about. November is supposed to be a huge month for them. We know it is their Black Friday month. And that Tammy and the T-Rex with a glow-in-the-dark cover, I think, is coming out. And I'm actually kind of excited about that. I do want to get Tammy and the T-Rex. That should be a fun film. Because it's the uncut version of it. If you've never seen the film, it is unusual. Oh, thank you for coming in, PlayStation 9. I will see you later on. We'll talk more about this and some other stuff. Because by tomorrow, I'll I'm going to be starting working out my 31 days of horror for October. And I'll be getting a list done for that. Fremantle, North American parts 7 8 were from Republic Pictures. Now, was there like a blanket company that may have had all of them? Like at one point, like I can see the Fremantle like logo on the back of my back of mine right there. So there's the 4 plus. Yep, 7. That's correct. So what am I doing my 31 Days of Horror announcement stream? Soon. I mean, now that we know everything, all I have to do is look at exactly what I'm going to be getting, and and then I'll be I'll be doing an announcement. I will be putting out like a complete list of my 31 days of horror films, so that you guys will know ahead of time. And I will be after that, I'll be working out how I'm going to do my videos. I'm going to situate them, because I'll probably be doing more than 31 films. For certain titles, I may be able to put 2 together. My theme, it depends on the week, is what I'm working at right now, Michelle. It really, it kind of depends on the week. I don't have like an altogether overarching theme, but I'm trying to like put a focus on some companies that I think really need it. I'm looking at some serious, like, there's going to be some Italian horror. You know me, Michelle. There's going to be some Italian horror on this stuff. So we'll be looking at stuff. We're going to be looking at least one day. We're going to be doing like a Zombie 3 and 4. That's for certain. I already bought The Psychic from Lucio Fulci, and I picked up what was the other one again? Oh, Murder Rock for that, and I will be picking up Trilogy of Terror 2, and I already picked up Dan Curtis's Master of Dark Shadows documentary as well. So those are big ones for me. You want the flies? You don't think it's going to go fast? It is 4,000. So there is the chance of this, you know, being like, what is everybody most excited about? Is everybody most excited? Is it the Amityville set you're most excited about? Like, obviously it's a nice looking set, Amityville Curse Collection. Is it Berserker? Is anybody excited about Berserker? Does anybody know what it is? Because I don't know Berserker. That's the one that's the blind spot for me. Beyond the Door 3, I'm kind of interested in that. And Unmasked 25 is a really, really good release. Probably more than 31, actually. Berserker, I don't know, Javid. I'll be completely honest with you. It's a bit of a blind spot for me, which can be a good thing, actually. Berserker is going to get a 4K restoration as well, which is unusual. That's one of them that's going to get the 4K restoration. All 4 of these Amityville films, by the way, guys, are 4K restorations. So this is going to be as good as you get without actually getting on a 4K. Pretty big parent company. It's Republic. Oh, have a good evening there, B-Movie. I've always got blind spots. There's always movies that I haven't seen. Dark Forces, big nice. Yeah, I know. They got their lawyers and everything coming out there. Yeah, I am. I'm super glad it's not Toxic Avenger. Though I wouldn't mind them putting a Toxic Avenger in the future. I just don't want it to be like an October release. Games for 100 films. That is a pretty lofty goal. 100 films is pretty amazing. That is. It's going to be a month of big surprises with a lot of stuff that's out there. Needless to say, I'm super stoked. No! Did I do that in the right Troll 2 type of way? See, I know a lot of people that do like double features, and I try to do that. Now, I go back to work on September the 23rd. And it's mostly full-time. But I will be watching, like, try to watch 2 movies per day, if possible. For days that I can't, I'm going to be watching one. But I will be trying to do a live video almost every day that I can do one. We'll be doing live video reviews. So either way, we're going to get 31 movies in there. Now, some days I'm going to be doing 2 at one time. Let's say if it's a really big, busy day, like say say I do a Thursday and Friday together, and I end up doing like 2 movies or 3 movies. If that happens, I'll pack extra content into that and extra films. It's going to be hectic, but it's going to be like it's going to be really fun. And as far as I know, this is the first live 31 Days Horror that I know about. I got your second win. That's excellent. Roar. I saw that tweet about Roar. I haven't. I'm just glad animals weren't hurt. You never saw my video yesterday, but yesterday I was here, and my cat was like right beside me. So I do apologize if I seemed distracted a little bit yesterday while I'm making my video, because my cat was like snuggled right into me, and I actually put him on camera for a second. So if anybody wants to see my cat, watch yesterday's video, because he gets like up close and personal with the camera. Did you like It's Not Quite Hollywood? Doesn't it make you want to buy some like Aussie exploitation stuff? Oh, sorry. You make your first video, I want to ask you a question and splice your answer into my Star Wars video. It should be fun. You can ask me a Star Wars question. I don't. That's a channel that I haven't really watched a lot of. Next to Kin is one of the ones that I'm grabbing. That's one. That one I can't tell you, but Next to Kin is on my list. It's been a long time since I've seen Beyond the Door 3, so I'd have to go back and look. I will know for sure. I'll look into it for more tomorrow. Oh, Summer of '84 is excellent. The Umbrella release. I'm thinking of getting the Severin release. I looked at them both. They're very similar. But I'm probably going to get Severin release for that, because I got to pick up some other stuff from Severin. Next to Kin. Yeah, that's one of the ones, Michelle, if you watch that movie, if you got that one, that's one of the ones I'm going to be talking about during your 31 Days Horror. I kind of think you asked me this question before, but I'll answer it. Just flashbacks. I know Logan's probably going to say back from that. I'll say flashbacks. Like, we're making like a Force Ghost. That, you know, let Obi-Wan him, man. Yeah, Alone in the Dark is one of the ones that I think a lot of us want on Blu-ray. And of course, Fade to Black, another one, which I think is a pretty incredible film. Now, no, this Amityville set is going to be cheesy. Don't expect like a lot of explicit gore or stuff like that. They were actually originally meant for television. Oh, you're so lucky, Cinematheque. I'd kill to have Umbrella releases over here. Anaconda set? Yes, he is too hated. Not my thing. I wasn't really into the Jar Jar Binks character, but it went ridiculous. The guy put his heart into that, man. Blue Monkey. See, there's the thing, Warlock. I kind of, in the back of my mind, I was hoping for a Canucksploitation set. Like, get something like that, with something with Blue Monkey. Maybe they could have rested, like, Ghost Keeper away from Code Red, and put a couple others there with it. The Pit, maybe, you know, teamed up with Kino or something like that. And got some, like, really decent releases out there. Because there's some good Canucksploitation, that like Cannibal Girls, that haven't been put out on Blu-ray, that are hard to get. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's like from a few different companies. They're hard to find. I mean, right now, just to let you guys know, if you do order from Australia, JB Hi-Fi is having a sale. I actually mentioned last night for people that weren't here. None of the above. Let Ray be on her own. It doesn't always have to be romance. Let her just be a kick-ass character. So JB Hi-Fi is having a sale right now. It's a buy two get one free sale. A lot of Umbrella titles and Hammer releases from Studio Canal are actually on that sale. So and around $12.99. And for people that live in the United States or people that live in Canada, the Australian dollar is a little bit like it's a little bit cheaper for us. So you can actually pick up some decent releases. Now the only thing that stopped me was that for Canada the shipping was a bit high. But even with their shipping being a bit high, there was enough of a put down on the prices that I almost bought them anyway. Because the shipping, I think for like for everything, like if I would have bought like, it would have been like 7 or 8 movies, right? From JB Hi-Fi would have been like $20, and so it would have brought it to like about $100, like Canadian, which was excellent actually for the amount that was there. Because I went over to Amazon.ca and Silver Bullet, which is $12.99 at JB Hi-Fi, by the way, is actually $35 in Canada. And after seeing the cover for the Silver Bullet here in coming out from Scream Factory, I'm all about the Umbrella release of Silver Bullet. Have a great evening there, Mug. Yeah, I wanted to make this one, to do this one here. Just click and collect. See, you're lucky. You can do that. There, Nicole and Kyle. Huh? JB Hi-Fi sale. Do you know about that? That is amazing. Then those releases that you picked up, have you got them? I'm guessing you got them already by now. They're incredible, aren't they? The Studio Canal releases, they just look they look amazing. Even if you get them from like, where's it at? Umbrella. I got them here somewhere. Even if you get the Umbrella release, the cool thing about a lot of the Umbrella releases, especially like the Hammer and stuff like that, is that it is it's double-sided, so that you can change it over so that you don't have to worry. Oh, here we go. Here's an Umbrella release. I'm not sure if this one's double-sided though. Yes, it is. Okay, so this is an Umbrella release right here. Fair game. Excellent film. If you don't have it, recommend it. Really cool. But it is nice. It's a revenge film. And they really like kind of torture this girl before she gets back, but she really like kicks their butts. And of course, like every exploitation film, there's a huge vehicle in it. Because there's got to be. Like vehicles are like the knives of exploitation. So this is it right here. This is like a lot of people are really turned off by this. Look, this here. So if that thing is not your jam, the cool thing is that you can get it unaltered. See, so you can just turn the artwork around and get the unaltered artwork, no problem. And I'm going to do that right now just to show you. So this is it. A lot of people are really turned off when they see this. They're like, they don't want that on their release. So Umbrella's like, I get that. I dig where you're coming from. Well, they probably don't say it like that. Then they're ancient like me. And here you go. Unaltered artwork for fair game right here. Nothing like messing anything up. No labels or anything like that. Cinematech knows exactly what that's all about. There you go. You got the artwork just the way you want it, with nothing affecting it. JB Hi-Fi. You may have to wait a bit for like getting some of these releases take a while. Yeah, I know. That's why, guys, I'm buying the release from Umbrella Entertainment, because there's not enough of a difference. Is that over already? I do apologize, because it was there last night when I looked. Let me just check just to be sure. Their sales kind of come and go. Okay, there's 20% off Blu-rays, 4Ks, and DVDs. Maybe they switched it. If that's the case, I am sorry. I do apologize. Because when I announced it yesterday, that was what was going on. It was one of the hot offers. Oh no, it's still here. You go to hot offers, and you go to there's like, I got it on my phone here. Under hot offers, you go to buy two get one free. Oh, as long as you don't mess with me, as long as you just leave it like regular, then sure, you can put me in the video. I'll only sue you if you slander me. I'm teasing you. Oh, you did? Oh, one, thanks for listening to it. Blue Monkey is a fun kind of a monster one to shoot. Check it out. Actually, it's pretty cool. I haven't seen it since VHS days, and I used to watch it a lot. Actually, it has the kind of this blue cover with these kind of like, I think, was it nurses or any of those girls like kind of running. I think it's nurses because it's a hospital. I think it's set in a hospital, and there's this kind of like the shadow of this creature. Hey, Reality. Yeah, anytime, guys, that I know that there's a sale that's going on anywhere, where there's a big announcement like this, I'm gonna try to be sure to like get on here. I don't want them to do any. I want to be original, but if I got a prequel character, Darth Maul. We'll go with Darth Maul. He's been used a lot in the cartoons. Nope. Blue Monkey, the last time that Logan's going out? I'm missing a lot of this stuff now. Have a good night there, Logan. Hopefully I'll see you here soon. Logan Toxic, the man who rocks it. Not quite sure. I guess some Star Wars questions tonight. Yeah, anytime that there is going to be an announcement on a sale, I will, as soon as I know, I'll make a video that's gonna have a great evening. I will make sure to come in again to that. I lost my train of thought. Anytime there's a sale coming up, I'm gonna make sure I'm trying to keep ahead of all those things, let you guys know. Some sales like JB Hi-Fi and stuff like that are kind of like, they don't get covered by a lot of people. So when they're like big like that, and I think that's a pretty big sale, buy two get one free, that's actually pretty good. I'll announce stuff like that on the channel. When there's announcements from Vinegar Syndrome or any of the companies, I'll be doing those. I am going to try. The Criterion song is excellent, actually. I actually really like that. I'm not even joking. Logan actually has this kind of writing style with some of his songs that I actually really like. He's got, I'm not joking, the guy has like serious talent. Dark Force, oh God. Then I would never own Blue Monkey, that's for sure. Now, unless somebody sent it to me. Just like that, Yeah, I'm with Grindhouse Tampa on that. I'll find the VHS of it somewhere. I wonder if the Vinegar Syndrome Black Friday pre-sale next week will have a November announcement. It might actually. It'll be interesting to see what they do. We know there's a box set coming along with Tammy the T-Rex. Tammy the T-Rex uncut is a pretty big deal for a lot of collectors. So obviously they've been kind of promoting that. I haven't seen them like really kind of pimp the November box set in the way that they have the October one, which is kind of odd actually, because they said that there's a big one coming in November as well. What I think the Fly box set is incredible. The fact that they got every one of the Fly films, not just the old films, like you got all the original 3 Fly films, and you get the new Fly film, and you get the Eric Stoltz film as well. That's pretty incredible. I got to look at the features. I've checked the features on it. I love the artwork. It's a bit busy, but not too busy. It actually kind of works. So I kind of dig that. They have been doing a lot of re-releases with stuff now. Whoops. You're going to see like a few, like the Corman re-releases, because they've spent a lot of money to buy those Corman, to buy, the rights to the Corman stuff. That's actually kind of cool. Because they own the rights, because they're actually thinking about actually even remaking some of those Corman films. Now, The Fly releases in November, right? You got to pick and choose with Scream Factory because there's just so much that's put out. There's no like package thing with Scream Factory. It's a shame. I mean, I've seen like this, the whole package deal that Vinegar Syndrome has done has really kind of revolutionized the the collector's industry. And Severin has taken to doing packages of their own as well, which is incredible. I actually love the fact that Severin usually does like one every 2 months type of thing. That's when they do their packages. Now, whereas Vinegar Syndrome will have packages that deal with just the films themselves, Severin puts in like enamel pins and like artwork and like T-shirts sometimes. Actually, there is a decent like Blu-ray Just The Fly, but honestly, Michelle, I would say if you're going to pick up The Fly, pick up The Fly 2 as well, even if it's make sure it's the 2-disc edition if it's not the Blu-ray, because there's a really good like hour-long documentary on the entire Fly franchise on that disc, on the Fly 2, and I guess they put that on there. Oh, welcome, Vessa. Then you're like, see, a lot of people hate on The Fly 2. I really like it. Yeah, True Romance is coming out from Shout. Probably Shout. That's probably gonna be a Shout Select release, more than likely for True Romance. It does seem like a Shout Select like title. Last of Mohegans I didn't know about, but I remember actually seeing that one a long time ago. They're very different films. Cronenberg did the Fly remake, so it's more body horror, but it's excellent. I don't know. I'm actually excited about Satanic Panic. It's interesting to see something newer come out from them. I'm missing so much here. I know I am. I do apologize. So you watched Son of the Blob. What did you think? It does do the original justice. What did you think? It's better, actually, in my opinion. Beware the Blob, which is otherwise known as Son of the Blob. That's a unique title. Now, I'm a big fan of that film, and that's one of those that deals with something that I really enjoy, but that some people find off-putting, and that is improvisational acting in a film. Film jar shot. Exactly. I love how you said that. It's the first time I've heard it said like that, and that is awesome. That should have been like a tagline for it when they put it out. There's so many like different actors in it, like unique big actors like Garrett Graham and stuff like that. And the fact that they pretty much, whatever the script was, they threw a lot of it out and they just improvised a lot of their lines. That's what I really find cool about that film. Like from an actor's standpoint. Reality, have a great night there. I'm thinking, I don't know if I can get the Omen set like is in October, but it is a really nice set. It's such a fun film. But it is a nice set. I mean, and it has every one of the Omen films in there. That's a pretty big deal. Even the fourth one, which has been excluded from every Omen set that's ever come out. There's going to be like a lot of new features on there as well. The crappy Omen set. That's not a crappy set. Are you talking about a DVD set or Blu-ray set? If it's a Blu-ray set, yes. For not putting out Omen 4, shame on them for not doing that. Because I've kept my Omen DVD set, like, for ages. Actually, before I bought the Omen, I bought the Omen set, And like the DVD mouse. Hold on. So this is the original Omen set, right? 2 for $25 at Walmart back in the day. Still, this has everyone on it. The remake has a fourth one. Pretty much all the stuff's gonna be on the Blu-ray set, right? So the lady that I'm with now, my better half, she actually bought it too. So initially, when we first got together, we realized we both had the Omen set, and bought it separately. But I guess great minds think alike. Omen 4 was a TV movie. It is a weird film. I'm not even gonna lie there. It is a strange film. I can't explain it, but you'd have to go in and like check it out for yourself. It is like a second Antichrist, and there's kind of like an unusual way that they're doing it. $59 is a good price for that. Like you're getting 5 films altogether. So you get Omen 1, 2, 3, 4, and the unnecessary remake. And I like Liv Schreiber. I mean, I really like Liv Schreiber as an actor. So I'll watch Omen 4 Cinematheque any day over Omen the remake. I will, to be completely honest with you. It's not a great film, but there's things about it that are in that cheesy line that I gotta have. I don't think there's gonna be any more Severin announcements until November for the until October for the November pre-order releases. What did I miss? Michelle's asking to be fought. I'm not going to fight you in that. I actually like Omen, The Final Conflict. I saw it in theater, man. I'm a big Sam Neill fan. My favorite Omen film is Part 2. I don't own 10 to Midnight Scream Factory Edition. I have the original Twilight Time Edition, though I did buy it for my dad because the Scream Factory Edition is better than the Twilight Time Edition. It has a commentary on it that is excellent, and I think everybody, if they want 10 to Midnight and they don't own it, Scream Factory is the way to go with that film. It was part of a birthday present for my dad, actually. I think I got him 10 to Midnight, and I think I got him Horror Party Beach from Severin. Were 2 films that I knew he was going to really enjoy. You know I just started a Patreon, Michelle. If that goes well, maybe. That was one of the hardest decisions I ever had to make for my channel. No, in all seriousness. Have you ever seen 10 to Midnight? I'm sure. It's incredible. Yes, I have every new classic Doctor Who set pre-ordered. The Sylvester McCollum comes out in early January, but I got every one of them pre-ordered. What I said, Amityville 2 is the best out of the 2, but yes, but far and large. As fun as the Curse films are, Amityville 2 is to me the best Amityville film that was made. And that's me. That's my thought on it. And I do. Actually, much like Michelle, I'm actually a big fan of the remake of Amityville. It's one of the times that I thought they did okay. And maybe I really like the way that Ryan Reynolds played the character. There's darkness to it that I liked. But yeah, Amityville 2 is my favorite. It didn't though. I mean, like Amityville 2, really, when you really think about it, definitely, it's got a bit of feel to that to it, but it's its own entity. Like we're looking at like Amityville 2 is an odd film. It's got a very European feel to it, very European style to it. Yeah, I wish I had those abs, but unfortunately, I did at one point, once upon a time, years ago. 2 is still going to be your favorite, I think. Like you're going to have fun with the other ones. They're fun films. They're TV films, but they're fun films. And they have like some decent actors like in some of the films as well. Dollhouse is weird. I think you might have fun with that one, guys, because it's a different one. Now I'm gonna probably watch that Amityville thing probably tomorrow. Oh, Asian dudes, have a great evening there. Naked Slasher. Naked Slasher? Did I miss something? And where can I find that film? Because that's it. That's the filmomic, not star in. I'll be behind the scenes. I'll direct the first Naked Slasher film. They said they are putting out. Oh, Nintendo. Oh, yeah, that's right, because it gets naked. Yeah. It's late here. I'm using that as an excuse. They said that the Vice Academy ones are coming out, but I don't think the Vice Academy films are the box set that for November. I don't think that would have dropped us like that, but that is one's coming out recently. Yeah, Beyond the Door 3, I'm almost pretty sure I've seen it. What's my favorite Amityville film is part 2 from the original series. As for the newer ones, I'm not quite sure. The clock one's kind of cool, you know, time. So is the mirror one's a bit odd. God, I got to rewatch those. There's a YouTuber that did them, actually. I'm trying to remember who it is. Was it Obscura Lupa? Maybe it was Obscura Lupa. You should link that article. It was Allison. It was Allison. So I'm a big fan of Obscura Lupa, Allison, and of Phelan, who is originally from right here in Nova Scotia. By the way, he was filming videos like when he started out just a little bit farther from me. Oh, which Exorcist I like the most? Well, the original, but part 3. I really like part 3. I think part 3 is really good. I hate part 2, but I can watch it. What the next set coming out now is, well, I don't have the Jon Pertwee one yet because it's not released here in North America. Then there's a Colin Baker set. Then there's Sylvester McCoy. If I was to guess what the next set coming was, I'd say we could get another Tom Baker, or we could get the next Peter Davison set. That's my thoughts. Boo. Yeah, the announced Colin Baker set is Trial of a Time Lord. So, because there's only 2 sets for Colin Baker. That's the thing, right? Favorite Scanners sequel? I like Scanners 2. That's a lot of fun. Scanners 3, Scanners Cops films are okay. But I'll go with part 2. David Hewlett's in part 2. Say 3. You mean the one with where they're wearing they're actually literally black-hatted villains? I haven't seen part 3 in a long time. I mean, I got it here somewhere. I got 2 and 3, and I got to get around to them. Those are ones that my better half got me for 1 year as a surprise. I got a question to ask you guys. Oh my God, I got legs in. I didn't realize I had it. Did this go to print? Because my dad asked me about this one, and he couldn't find it. Like, it was like super expensive. Did this thing go to print or something like that? I never know when something goes out of print. But it was looking online, and I think it costs way too much to buy. It did. Okay. I was unaware. You mean? Dude, am I going to be that evil? This one did. If you're not aware, I was referencing SCTV there. And if you don't know what SCTV is, find out, because Count Floyd is horrible. He's coming up from 88 Films, Originally, guys, when Scream Factory first started out, I was buying everything. So I bought this on day one. The same with a lot of the early stuff. I mean, you know, Assault on Precinct 13, Prince of Darkness, Lord of Illusions, all that type of stuff. Now, once Arrow started putting out a lot of the stuff, SCTV, check it out. Actually, Michelle, check out and this will actually, when you're in not a good mood, check this out. Check out Count Flied, SCTV. In all seriousness, you'll have a blast. Hey, good evening. You did actually, but that's okay. They announced the Amityville Curse collection, so the 4 Amityville Curse films are coming out. You know, those the kind of like the TV horror Amityville films are coming out. They also announced the Berserker, which I know nothing about. They announced Beyond the Door 3 and Unmasked 25, which you already knew about. Oh, what is that? SCTV was much like Saturday Night Live, except smarter. Not even joking, man. But they did this character, which was done by Eugene Levy, now a famous actor. Oh no, actually Joe Flaherty. Joe Flaherty did that, and it had John Candy too. So basically, there was a horror host that would like announce these really horrible films, and his name was Count Flied, and he would come out and go really over the top. It's my favorite Anchor Bay release back in the day. Originally, probably Halloween, when they put out the 2 VHS edition of Halloween in a big black box set that had like the TV cut on it. That was my original initial like a big release. For the DVDs, Fade to Black was one of my biggest, because I'd been waiting to see it, like get it for such a long time. It is great. I mean, the thing that I was doing, which I'll just show you right now, is that a lot of the films that Count Flied shows are Dr. Tongue, and Dr. Tongue is a John Candy character, and they're done in 3D, but they're done in their type of 3D. So let's just say, for instance, Dr. Tongue would come along, and like Eugene Levy would be like the Hunchback, and he would be like, "Would you like this movie?" And then there'd be like music going. He'd go, and that's 3D, right? That's you know, low budget 3D. It was really making fun of the horror hosts back in the cable days, back when dinosaurs roamed the earth when I was a kid. So definitely check it out. They're really funny and they're really fun. There's also a thing with these 2, like kind of like farmer guys that just blow things up, and they do, and they blow it up real good. That's the something else. It's unusual. SCTV though, check it out. Anybody that's never seen it, SCTV is an amazing show, and way better than Saturday Night Live was back in the day, to the point where for a while NBC would put on SCTV once a month instead of Saturday Night Live. True story, folks. Here in oh, definitely. Shout Factory put out a lot of the SCTV stuff initially, not on Blu-ray, unfortunately. I wish they had Blu-ray releases. I've only got one of the box sets, the Live 90 ones that they put out. Because they put out one, there's like this Zondar, kind of like Zontar, you know, the old science fiction movie. Oh my God, yeah, a ton of them like came from SCTV. Like some of them went on to do Saturday Night Live. Look at you know, Martin Short, for instance. He came from SCTV. You know, Dave Thomas. You know, Eugene Levy. Like a ton of those people. Those are very different things, Colin. Cool. Red Shoe Diaries and the Hilarious House of Frightenstein. I could not part with the Slumber Party Massacre 2, and you want to know why? That is actually one of my favorites. And I would not do that to you. I would not like scalp you like that. I'm too nice of a guy for that. If I ever found a second one, I would send it to you in a heartbeat. Yeah. Let's watch them. Hilarious House of Frightenstein and Red Shoe Diaries. Misfits of Science. That's the Courtney Cox one, right? I'm pretty sure it's Courtney Cox. So, now you're even more awesome, because that is a really cool film. Anybody that loves the Slumber Party Massacre 2 rocks in my book. So if you like Slumber Party Massacre 2, you rule. Because who doesn't love that, you know, let's buzz type of thing going on with that film? I'm not even going to try to dance at the same time. anybody that didn't watch Hilarious House of Fright and Sign, it was a big show here in Canada. It had kind of like comedian impressionist Billy Van. If you don't know who he is, look him up. He actually was really big. Oh, I have to agree actually. And Vincent Price was actually in it. He would like they shot like a bunch of Vincent Price sequences at once. He'd like come on, he'd be like saying a poem or some kind of like some kind of weird kind of creepy thing. But like 90% of the characters were played by Billy Van. He played like all these different characters, and he did an amazing job with it. Red Shoe Diaries, well, you adults can go and find out about that one on your own. I remember the first time I watched Red Shoe Diaries because somebody told me Tasha Yar was in it, and I had to check that out because I was a Star Trek fan. I was a Tasha Yar fan, so I was happy to find Red Shoe Diaries, and afterwards I watched them all. I'm not gonna lie, I will never laugh about stuff like that. All right, guys, so at 80 minutes, which is pretty good, and you know, not overly long, but not overly short either. So I'm thinking tomorrow I'm gonna look more into the releases. I want to find out some more stuff on it. Obviously, this is the initial announcement video, which is so exciting. Showcase TV. Showcase TV was amazing for me. And other times it was kind of mentally scarring. Well, not mentally scarring, because I just remember that I was a huge Antonio Banderas fan. And so they said there's an Antonio Banderas movie coming on Showcase. And I hadn't seen it before. It was not what I expected from Mr. Banderas. It was very, very adult and very different. And yeah, good movie, but very different. Yeah, Severn's the next announcement. When we find out what that is, I will definitely be here. If Vinegar Cinema makes a big announcement, ooh, Aerospace release Elvira. Yeah, no, in the U.S. now. That I love the Elvira film. We'll be doing that as well. Any sale announcements that I find out about, I will put them here on this channel. Right now, the biggest one going on is the JB Hi-Fi one. There is a rumor that Kino is going to have a October sale going on, a kind of mini sale on their horror titles. I actually have both seasons of The Hunger, so actually try and check that out. Thanks for coming in, Nicole and Kyle, by the way. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it from all you guys. And with that being said, I guess, you know, the thing to do now is, because this is a thing, I want to give like a special shout out to Ryan, Brian, Corey, Dennis, and Mr. Action Jackman, who are my very first Patreon people. So thank you. That helps a lot, and especially after a really, really hard time. Amityville Dollhouse, you too. I'm glad to see I'm not the only person who loved Amityville Dollhouse. All right, we got the announcements. We know what the Vinegar Syndrome stuff is. I'm going to look it up more. I'm probably going to watch that other Evil Escapes before I go to sleep. Unpleasantry, and we'll talk about it more tomorrow, and we'll see how it's going. We'll look at it. Let me know tomorrow, guys, what, if any, of the Vinegar Syndrome titles you're getting, what some of your releases are that you're picking up for October, and over this weekend, I will be finalizing my 31 Days of Horror, so you will get my 31 Days of Horror announcements really, really soon. Have a great evening, guys. I am Aaron. This is the Movie Library. You guys are the Movie Club. The Blob, I think, is still coming out, isn't it? You guys all rock, and I will see you here next time. Have a great evening. Time for tea.